Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian School of Physics. Guys, this is Nitin here, and today I've come with a very challenging problem from Pathfinder. So guys, this video is brought to you by Unacademy and Indian School of Physics together, and name of this problem is speed of charges at infinity. So guys, my current courses on Unacademy are INPHO Foundation and advanced course for JEE 2023. And currently for JEE 2021 advanced problem solving course is going on. It is one of the best and unique course on Unacademy platform. So those who are aiming for top ranks in JEE Advanced 2021, so you'll find some of the finest problems of physics. So that will definitely give a very much needed boost for your JEE preparation in its last phase. And also advanced GT's grand test for JEE Advanced 2021 is happening on special classes, which is free of cost. So those who are new or those who are not on Plus platform, they can give these tests. Definitely it will make a lot of difference in your preparation again. And Evolve batch for JEE Advanced 2022 starts on April 20th 2021. And guys, you can access my theory courses which are of advanced plus level for boosting your JEE preparation, and you can unlock any test series, classes, free classes or any material using my code Nitin sir, or basically whenever they are asking for any invite code or passcode, you can use this course to access. For more information, you can visit www.unacademy.com. And guys, trust me, physics will never be the same again. So here is the problem from challenge your understanding, and it really challenges your understanding. It's I found it quite tough problem. So here is the statement of it. Three particles ABC of charges Q, Q and 2Q and masses M, 2M and 5M respectively are held in free space in a straight line at separation R0 between the two adjacent particles as shown in the figure. All the three particles are released simultaneously. Find the velocities of all the three particles when they reach so far from each other that electrostatic interaction between them can be neglected. That means all of them are at infinite distance from each other, but they are moving on this straight line only. So let's discuss the concept part. So there are few points which we will notice here. Number one is the net external force on the system is 0. So we can say center of mass of the system remains at rest, because initially the velocity of center of mass was 0. So finally also it will be 0. Basically we can say here conservation of linear momentum will be applicable. See, there are going to be three unknowns because three particles are there. There are going to be three unknowns. So one condition we are going to get from here, that linear momentum of the system is conserved. Second, initially all the particles are at rest and only potential energy is present because they are at rest. And finally particles are at large distance. That means its potential energy becomes 0, and the particles must have kinetic energies. So here we can apply conservation of mechanical energy as well. So I'll just try to analyze the initial situation given so that I can get idea in which direction these charges may be moving. So charges are Q, 2Q and 2Q, and masses are M, 2M and 5M. So if you see initial force on A, it is due to B and C. So those expressions when I'm writing here, I am getting this force value as 3K Q naught square by 2 R naught square. Similarly, on B, C will apply force towards left and A will apply force towards right, and difference of these two is going to come as KQ naught square by R naught square. Similarly on C, both A and B are going to apply force in right direction. Alright, it is going to apply force in right direction, both the charges. Therefore the net force here we are going to get as 5KQ naught square by 2 R naught square at the initial moment. So one thing is sure, that A is going to move towards left, B is going to move towards left, and C is also going to move towards left initially. So I'll take these velocities direction itself. That means I'm taking VA towards left, VB towards left and VC towards right. So if I apply conservation of linear momentum, initial momentum is 0, finally minus MVA minus 2MVB and plus 5MVC. When I simplify, I'm going to get this first equation, which is VA plus 2VB is equal to 5 Vc. This is my equation number 1. Second is conservation of energy. So initial potential energy for any two pairs, all possible pairs we'll be writing. So between A and B, and this is between B and C, and this is between A and C. So when we add all these terms together, we are going to get the total potential energy. There was no kinetic energy initially, so finally we are going to have half mva square plus half 2m vb square plus half 5m vc square. When I simplify, I am going to get 8q square by mr, and va square plus 2vb square is equal to 5vc square. This is going to be my equation number 1. Now these two equations I feel almost everyone will be able to make, but there is the key in third equation, because we have three unknowns and we need three equations in order to solve this. So third equation is the limitation or constraints in the system. So one more logic we are going to use in order to relate VA, VB, VC, and that's how we are going to get the answer for this. So let's analyze the situation at the very first moment. And this is a situation I have already explained this part once, and its mass is m, 2m, 5m, and I have taken VA left side, VB left side, and VC towards right. So if you check the acceleration at the initial instant, if you see the acceleration at the initial instant, I found this step most crucial in this case, and it is not easy to think, and certainly not in the exam scenario. It's very tough to think. And here if you see initial accelerations, I can find from here total force divided by m. Here it is 2m, and here it is I think 5m will come. 5m also will come in this case. Just a second, let me make these changes. 5m should also come in this part. Okay, so here I can just write, or maybe already I have written this 5kq divided by 5. Okay, this acceleration, this 5 gets cancelled, so whatever I have written is correct only. No need. All right, so these are the acceleration I have written. This divided by m, this divided by m, and here this divided by 5m, this divided by 2m, this divided by 5m, so it's correct only. And now if we see, they have a clear-cut relation. Like this is magnitude and this magnitude is same, and this is 3 times of it. So I'll take this value as f naught. Then if I take kq naught square by 2r naught square, if I take this as f naught, I'm going to get this value as 3f naught by m, f naught by m, and this is also f naught by m. Now you can say in the next dt time, the velocity of this is going to be 3f naught by m dt, and f naught by m dt, and f naught by m dt towards the right. Now this is going to give you one clear idea that further if you see in the next dt1 time, this ratio is going to be maintained. And if this is the case, even the distances will follow this particular relation here. So I'll just try to relate these two by using this information in the next dt time. So if you see this part carefully, I can write very easily here VA minus VB. Just you see, this is going to give us 2f naught by m dt, and that should also give from here, that is VB plus VC. So one more equation which was the most crucial equation in my opinion. We are going to get VA minus VB is equal to VB plus VC. So guys, please take care of this part. I'm sure this will give the clear idea why I have gone for this equation. And when I simplify this, I get VA is equal to 2VB plus VC. Now when I simplify, I'll bring the equation number 1. If I do 1 plus 3, I'm getting VA equal to VC, and if I substitute this value, I'm getting VB equal to VC. When I substitute this equation, these values in third equation, which we got from energy equation here, if I substitute here, I am going to get VC is equal to Q square by, I'm not explaining the calculation part, you can do that, Q square by 8 pi epsilon naught R naught. So VC is known to me. VC is known to me means VB is also same value. This is towards right and this is towards left, and VA was 3 times of VC. just see here, we have derived VA was 3 times of VC towards left. So this becomes VA is equal to 3 by 2 root of Q square by 2 pi epsilon naught MR naught towards left. Guys, this is going to be the final answer for this question, and these are the answers given in the book also. So I hope you have enjoyed this problem. It was quite challenging in my opinion, and very tough to crack in exam like situation. But overall lot of learning is there in this problem. So if you have enjoyed this solution, please leave a like, share this problem with others, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. I'll be coming up very soon with another amazing problem. Thank you. Thanks for watching it.